Hello, this is Kalaivani, Assistant Professor of Chemistry. Today I am going to discuss about the origin of soil. Okay, so let's see origin of soil. So first we have to say about the soil. So soil is unconsolidated mineral or organic matters on the immediate surface of the earth. So which means the minerals are accumulated in the surface of the earth. Okay. So that serves as a natural medium for the growth of land plants. So this is called soil, and also soil is the accumulation of consolidated sediments and deposits of solid particles as a result from the disintegration of rocks. So it is also a result from the fragmentation of the rocks. Okay, and another important thing is the rock is a natural aggregate of minerals that are connected by strong bonding of attractive forces considered as consolidated materials. So these are all the soil is nothing but it is a mineral particles and also a organic particles. Okay. So next, soil types. So the major categories of soils are gravel, sand, slit and clay. So these are the main categories belongs to the soil types. Okay. So first, gravel and sand are universally considered as coarse grain soil. So it is mostly its texture is grain, okay, because of their individual particles that are large enough to distinguish without magnification. On the other hand, slit and clays are considered as a fine grain soil because of the tiny particles. So it almost depends upon the size of the particles, isn't it? So next, so we have to discuss briefly one by one. So first we have to discuss about the sandy soil. So sandy soil means this soil type has the biggest particle among the types. It is the biggest particles, and the bigger size of the particles in a soil, the better is aeration and drainage of the soil. So it is mainly useful for the aerations. Okay, and this soil is granular and consists of rock and mineral particles that are very small. Okay, this is the main important advantage of the sandy soil. To check if soil is sandy, moisten a small sample of soil and try to make a ball using your palms. If the soil is sandy, then no dirt balls will form and the soil will crumble and fall through the fingers. So this is just examples of the sandy soil. Okay, next move to the slitty soil. So slitty soil is considered to be one of the most fertile of soils. So this is the best soil for getting the agriculture. Okay, it can occur in nature as soil or as suspended sediment in water column of a water body on the surface of the earth. It is composed of minerals like quartz and fine organic particles. So it's a very good example of this slitty soil is quartz and it's very minor particles. Okay, to check if the soil you have is slitty, they take a small amount of moist soil and rub it between your fingers. If the soil is slitty soil, it will feel silk and stick to your fingers. It's look like a talcum powder. Okay, you feel it in a silk and sticky. Okay, so this is belongs to the slitty soil. Next, move to the clay soil. So clay is a kind of material that occurs naturally and consists of very fine grained material with very less air space. So here the air space is very less, so its a particle is too minute. Okay, so due to this is difficult to work with this soil because the drainage is in the soil is very low. So for example, to identify if the soil is clay soil, take a soil sample and dab it with water. Feel it between your palms. You will find clay soil is sticky and retain a good amount of water. So it feels like a sticky. Okay, so this is the clay soil. Next, loamy soil. So this soil consists of sand, slit and clay to some extent. So this is called a loamy soil. It considered to be the perfect soil for gardening, especially in gardening area. The most of the soils is a loamy soil. The texture is gritty and retain water very easily. Yet the drainage is good, so easily it's retain the water capability. Okay, so this belongs to the loamy soil. So next, peaty soil. This kind of soil is basically formed by the accumulation of dead and decayed organic matter. So this is very rarely, it is mainly in the forest like that area. So it's a peaty soil. It's naturally contain much more organic matter than most of the soils. It is generally found in marshy areas, especially in wetty area. It's a wet climate. So decomposition of the organic matter in this soil is blocked by the acidity of the soil. So this kind of soil is formed in wet climate. So most of this peaty soils are the blocked by the acidity soil. Okay, it means acid soil. Okay, so next one, chalky soil. It's a name already we have get it. Chalky means alkaline. So it is it's a more alkaline in nature. Okay, so unlike peaty soil, chalky soil is very alkaline in nature and consists of a large number of stones. The fertility of this kind of soil depends upon the depth of the soil that is on the bed of the rock. So it means bed of the chalk. So it depends upon the parent material. Okay, which means it's a bed of the rock. Next, move to the characteristic of soil. What are the characteristic belongs to the soil? So let's we see. Soil consists largely of mineral matter formed by the disintegration or decomposition of rocks. So this disintegration into soil may be caused by the action of water, ice, frost or temperature changes. So if it is soil content is mainly to the caused by the action of water, ice. Almost all soils contain water in varying amounts and in free or absorbed forms. Soil is most cases a blend or mixture of particles of many sizes and parent rock materials, making it very difficult to predict its behavior. So this is the most preferable characteristic of soil. So this table shows the particle size of the soil. Okay, so it is also represented in USA standard. So particle diameters, here we have to get gravel, coarse sand, fine sand, slit, clay, colloidal clay. Gravel, coarse sand, fines are all, this first three things or belongs to the sand, and slit is the second. Clay and colloidal clay is also belongs to the third one. So gravel is 75 to 2.0 and coarse sand is 2.0 to 0.425 and fine sand is 0.425 to 0.075. So almost, so it is represents as the 2.02, it's more than 2.0. Okay, so slit means 0.075 to 0.002, that particle size belongs to the slit. If it is clay, it's 0.0022 to 0.001 and colloidal clay is smaller than 0.001. So clay mostly belongs to 0.001 to 0.002. Okay, so these are all the mention about the particle size of the soil. Okay, so that is shows the classify the grains of which as a soil is composed in terms of size by the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials. Simply say AASHTO. So they have to refer. Okay. Next, soil classification. Another important character is that the textural classification. Now that the based on the above slides are discussed about the based on the particle size. Now we are discussed about the textural classification of soil. Is basically purely on the grain size distribution and is classified into three groups. It's namely sand, slit and clay. Nowadays we have to follow this classification. Okay, the position of every point inside the triangle represents the same analysis of soil of particular grading. After determining the grain size of a sample, the chart is read as follows. Is a space vertically upward starting from 0 at the bottom represent clay percentage. The space from left to right diagonally downward starting with the 0 at the left represent the slit. The space from right to left diagonally downward starting with the 0 at the left represent the sand. It will be easily shown in the next slide. Okay, so this is the diagram of the pyramid of the particle size. It's a coarse sand. It's 2.02 to 0.25. Fine sand is 0.25 to 0.05. Slit means 0.05 to 0.005. Clay means smaller than 0.005. So this slide shows about the particles of the slice. Okay. So next, unified soil classification system. So this is the overall classification what we have to say about the characterization of soil. So it's a soil classification system used in engineering and geology disciplines to describe the texture and grain size of a soil. Because soil we have to say in many terms, okay, by the way of engineering term or a geological term or whatever it is. So we have to get a lot of names. We have to say earth, soil may be called as earth, sometimes it may be called as rock, and then we have to say about it is a fragmented rock, okay, land. So everything, it's surface. So these are all sometimes called by the, it's a different techniques, okay. It was introduced by US Army Corps and the Bureau of Reclamation using letters instead of numbers to designate the different groups. The mechanical analysis, liquid and plastic limit test are the primary classification tools. Classification system can be applied to most unconsolidated material and it's represented by two letter symbol. Each letter is described below. The principal symbols and the designations are, okay. So next, the USCS recommended several ways for quick field identification. So to the of the fine grain portion of the soil. So first, the sample is mixed with sufficient water to have putty-like consistency, then formed into pat and dried completely. Then, if the pat is broken by the finger and the dry strength is high, okay, if it is broken, the dry strength is high, the plasticity of the sample is considered high. So if it is broken, the plasticity is high. If the dry strength of sample is high, then it exhibits clay and colloidal characteristics. So it's mainly having the colloidal characters. If the sample is a pat of fine slitty sand, it will easily break in the fingers. Fine sand will cause the pat to feel gritty on the fingers and slits will be smoother. Delancey of reaction to shaking is another way of classifying the soil moisture. About 1 cubic inch of soil is mixed with the water and formed into a pat of soft but not sticky consistency. If the material is of fine sand, shaking and jolting the sample on the palm of the hand will bring water to surface of the sample. Squeezing in between fingers causes the moisture to disappear. Slits react less completely and clay does not. So this activities belongs to the field identification of the soil. Okay, it was useful to we have to identify the nature of the soil. Okay, so these are all the introduction about the soil and its origin. Thank you very much.